Hey, it's Empress LuxAse. Please like and subscribe. Thank you to those that do already. Um, so I'm doing a reading. I just Spirit keeps saying something about the last 24 hours of Ronnie Doe, which is Karon, Malachi, Cann. I want to know. I would just love to know what was his last 24 hours like. Was there cameras in that community? Because it's something about two different locations, and I keep feeling like I don't know if he went to a party or some sort of kickback or was anticipating something that he would have been celebrating or had already celebrated something that day. But I keep getting something about a party, a celebration, some sort of event. I already know there was somebody he trusted that betrayed him within like somebody he in within a community or within a friend group. This whoever did this play was somebody he would have trusted. Like you saw this person walking towards you, you wouldn't have flinched. You wouldn't have thought nothing of it. So when I got done, I'm sorry if I'm aggravating people by doing reads on him, but I just yeah. Um, so then I wanted to know because in one couple of readings I did, I kept getting so much feminine energy. So I wanted to know, was the person that unalived him a female or a masculine energy? I do believe there's a feminine energy that has higher knowledge of what went down that plays a role. However, the person that unalived him was a masculine energy. The person that did this was a masculine energy. And how it's coming out, this person abused the power they had. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like this was somebody he would have trusted, or is connected to someone he would have trusted. But I'm getting actually multiple people, to be honest. Something about the number three, and then this was a paid hit, y'all. This was a paid hit. Okay, this was a paid hit. Um, there's it's just the energy of a couple of people being on the same page with unaliving him. With the Hierophant, it makes me think some sort of organization or like people, like-minded people, because the Hierophant could be a cult or some sort of group. Um, I'm seeing 2 to 5 or 5 to 2. Somebody got paid a lot to do this. I feel like this had was been planned, but they just had trouble doing it. I'm seeing the date February 10th, DK6, and yeah. The person didn't care about unaliving him because they just were shallow. Anyways, um, I spin a block. I actually feel like he was being trailed or followed specifically on that day because I just heard spin a block. Because even in the Hierophant, there's 3 people. Someone put the order in and somebody followed the rules. So what I really want to know, what was his last 24 hours like? So let me go. What was Ronnie Doe's last 24 hours like before he was unalived, Spirit? Hmm. I see him. Damn. The Hangman and the Hangman reverse. Finding out about some sort of manipulation when it comes to something financial, not following wise advice. I feel like he received some kind of money or thought he was going to receive some kind of money. And it is connected to someone from the past and someone that he was emotionally connected with. He was doing something where he was being overly aggressive, but I feel that was because he was something he wasn't confident in. There was some sort of blockages and delays to something. Somebody that he knows, probably since childhood, it's like they gave him some sort of charity or resource, or he was expecting something from them. I feel like it's a feminine energy, but it was a scheme. He may have found out something or some sort of revelations, but it's like I feel like he was trying to heal, or was somebody reached out to him to make it seem like they were trying to heal and work on something. The Hangman Upright talks about trust being tested, as period of not being able to move, surrendering, and letting go. But then it comes off reverse with my feminine Hangman. That's the energy of standing up for yourself, exploring possibilities. And this is linked with memories of the past of someone he's known. Like, this is a reconnection energy, connecting with somebody that he probably wasn't on good terms, and there was something given, or was something was expected to be given, but it was some sort of scheme. I don't know if he thought he was going to hook up with someone sexually, and because of a lack of self love, he believed this. Oh man, I really feel like he was just down. Like, damn. He, oh my god, somebody played to him on his emotions. He made a foolish choice without really thinking, not being wise. It just is like in hope he was gonna maybe somebody pretending like they wanted to apologize to him. I see 66M12A73SA, and I'm gonna see what else I get. That just flew out. Some sort of scheme, or finding out about some kind of scheme. He was trying to move forward. Dang, Death card came out. 5, 9, and 13. He was trying to move forward and overcome some kind of challenge. And this is linked with the Nine of Pentacles. I'm actually seeing two feminine energies here. So he was trying to overcome something. The Nine of Pentacles is like money, material comfort. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like he was expecting some sort of good news, or had got some good news, but that led to his death. So maybe that's that celebration energy I got. Like, he thought he was gonna get some sort of money. And ask again, what was his last 24 hours like before he was unalive? Justice reversed, dishonesty, legal flaws, avoiding responsibility, and something unjust, and not being balanced or fair. Libra energy. He was like, there's the energy of coming. Damn, it came out again. There was this energy of him. He was bored, so it's like, I'm gonna come outside, pop out. Okay, so is that why I'm like? It's like he is a party. It's like he had been to himself, and he's like, I'm gonna pop out, come out of hiding, and just detach and move on from past hurts. But the Seven of Swords is showing up upright this time. So this is the energy of deception, ulterior motives, some scheme being calculating, or someone holding a grudge. And then Four of Swords is you thinking about your next move. It's a period of like you taking a break and withdrawing, wanting to relax, a recovery period. 74. Um, in the middle of the deck. Um, okay, so he has some mental stuff going on. I ain't gonna assassinate his character. He's gone. Um, there, he's like, I'm gonna come out of hiding, but he was still thinking unrealistic about something. Still kind of being moody. I'm gonna say moody. And the scheme energy is connected towards all of a sudden this conflict, the unaliving. The chariot car transportation. I'm getting they. I feel like this was been planned, but it's maybe like they couldn't find him because I'm getting he just was like almost isolating himself. 747. What is it so significant about his car? Hmm. I'm seeing Aquarius energy, Libra energy, and Cancer energy. Okay. So how did they know where he was at to unalive him, Spirit? They planned it. They was watching him. I kind of feel like somebody was offering him some sort of help with some problem he was having. I feel like it was financial. Um, how did they know where he was at to unalive him? I saw feminine energy. Let's see. Oh. Okay, the Magician reverse, the King of Cups reverse, and the Five of Wands. It's a trick energy. Somebody tricked him because of his emotions, him being emotionally imbalanced. I also see some kind of conflict, tension, and diversity. Middle of the deck, unclear plans. It's something about him being at another location that wasn't home. And the world, fulfilling something because of his emotions. That's also travel. So they knew he was traveling, or they did, or someone made it seem like they wanted something, so they knew he would have to travel somewhere. Sharing resources. Huh. It's like he was expecting some kind of money. I've seen a King of Wands, Sag energy. I don't know when his birthday. He had some messages that was good news for him, and that's what made him come out of hiding. And I'm seeing a chariot again, and the Seven of Swords. I'm seeing that again. That's what got him to come out of hiding. There was some kind of communication where he had to travel. And 747 again. 6 for WK and 5. So there's an energy of him needing to be decisive and assertive while he was taking time to rest and reflect. So it's almost like after the period of him resting and just healing or trying to, he's like, okay, I'm gonna go make this move. But these energies are very opposing to each other. That mix of different energies steered him in another direction, and we know how that direction we know how that direction ended. Who tricked him? Who had this plan to do this to him? Who tricked him? Lured him out of hiding is what I'm hearing. Page of Cups reverse. That's a son about it. It's childlike energy. There may be something about a child. Did he think he was gonna see a baby or a child or someone younger than him? Like someone played on his emotions, like gave him some sort of bad news and then good news. But it was a plan. It was a bold action. They made it. There's an energy of this person's either young or they have a child, and they made this decision. It's very a bold decision, but they want to overcome their obstacles. Seven of Cups and the Emperor. Hmm. Scorpio and Aries energy. Hmm. Okay, just reading this is like somebody was faced with a decision or choice that required them to take a logical and more structured approach. Also, this is like somebody having a position of power and having the options to choose. Typically, like I always say, the Emperor is a father figure or authority figure or Aries energy. The Emperor came out in the which reading did I do? I think it came out in the first reading I did for him after he passed. The Seven of Cups also represents invitations too, but it's riddled with illusion. Because Seven of Cups is temptation, decoy, superficiality, fantasy, delusion. There's something about like um, weed or drugs of some kind, something being offered. Delusion. The Seven of Cups could be delusion. False perceptions in a relationship. I keep getting ultimately there's a female that I get bad news and then good news. Will anybody be arrested for this crime? For this unaliving? Will anybody be arrested for? I keep getting the energy of eventually they might move on from this. Can I ask again? Will anybody be? The Emperor keeps wanting to pop out. Number 4 is being highlighted. Aries. Will anybody be arrested for the unaliving of Ronnie Doe, Karon, Cann? Will anybody be arrested? I see a Queen of Wands, an Aries energy, feminine energy. So far, I see a feminine energy. It's almost like not enough evidence. It's the energy of like we want to the eyes on the feminine energy, and in the world that makes me feel like it won't be enough evidence to really pin it on this person. Or this person will have an insufficient defense because the world is complete. I don't know. The world is completion, achievements, and something being fulfilled, something coming full circle. Then I'm seeing a magician reverse. That's like some sort of trickery energy, destructive force, something going out of control, breaking taboo, someone having self power. In connection with the Four of Pentacles, which is the fear of losing, overly controlling, and being possessive. There may be some kind of news around March to April 10th. Let me ask again. Will anybody be apprehended or arrested for his murder, his unaliving? Six of Cups and the Devil. Something about the past, or them trying to connect the dots to see if he reconnected with old friends or somebody from the past, and like some sort of, looking to see if he has anybody, if he did anything to anybody, looking to see if he had any enemies. Hmm. Yo, but the Devil and the Six of Cups also could mean being bound to an unpleasant situation with your children or in the past. Someone being very obsessive and doing something repeatedly. 6:15. Marks again. Will anybody be arrested or apprehended for the unaliving of Karon, Malachi, or Malik? Malachi Cann, aka Ronnie Doe. Emperor. If that's authority energy, the Hangman, and Knight of Cups reverse. A difficult situation, clearly. It's like they're gonna feel like this is a difficult situation to solve. The Hangman is like, why do I just heard hanging in the balance, like something not moving, and the Hangman upright is the energy of letting go. Um, mm, Clarifying the authority, the energy with the Emperor is something being postponed. Aquarius energy, Aries energy. Negligence and mistakes, which is that energy of something just being at a standstill and delay, disappointment. But to clarify the Nine of Cups, which is like a difficult choice, a difficult feeling, it's the Six of Wands, which is victory and success, and I'm seeing the number six. I see 412, K, and 6. So Spirit is saying there might be, I feel like there's going to be some setbacks, but it's not the end of the road. Okay. That made me think bigger than what you think. Bigger than what you think. It's bigger than what you think. Hmm. How's the person that unalived him or that's responsible? What are their current energy like? What are their current energy like, Spirit? Why I keep hearing bigger than what you think? Like this wasn't just about. They're holding their head down. I almost feel like they're regretting this decision with the Five of Cups. So this makes me feel like somebody has some sort of emotion for him. This person is mourning. They're actually grieving and they're regretful. They're regretful of this change. Ten of Swords, that's that betrayal. This was personal. And then the Four of Cups is showing up interesting. So it's like you're mimicking what his energy was like. I kind of feel like this person's still gonna pop out eventually, or if they ain't already did. I see 5 and 10. Gemini, Scorpio energy. Okay, tell me more about this person. What do we not know about whoever this person is? With this, I'm seeing all three cards are masculine energy. What do we not know about this person? Can't make this ish up. Three of Cups reverse. This is somebody in a friend group with him. To clarify, that Five of Cups is the Three of Cups reverse, overindulgence, betrayal. If he wasn't going to a party, if he didn't go to a party today, that day, there's something about the person who did this was somebody you used to party with. Three of Cups reverse talks about celebrating something prematurely, betrayal, rejection, relying too much on the social group, indulgence, overindulging on alcohol, drugs. It also represents like people into like freaky types of parties, and yeah. Clarifying that Ten of Swords with that, Ten of Swords is a crisis, an ending, usually due to betrayal, and clarifying that is justice, truth, and law, and fairness. Huh? So even though Libra energy, even though this person did that, they feel like it was fair. And then to clarify that Four of Cups reverse, that energy of them coming out eventually, is clarified by the Devil reverse, which is breaking free from negative influences. I'm seeing 5, 10, and J and D. Then I see they're looking at this like the worst is over, recovery. There's some sort of lack of determination. There's a King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is, if it's not something specifically by, that's interesting because Justice and a King of Swords could be someone that works in the justice field or has some sort of authority field, or this is the energy of making logical decisions. There's that feminine energy again, making a bold decision to overcome obstacles linked towards the Page of Cups reverse, which could be a child energy or some sort of bad news. Or Page of Cups reverse is like being impulsive and naive, irrational, emotional instability, and bad news. And this is what they saw him as. $10K. Child, don't tell me they was just only paid $10,000. Anything else I could ask? Is it possible that Krishan Rock knows the person that unalived Ronnie Doe? Is it possible? Ooh, child, the moon reverse, confusion, anxiety, self-deception, and revealing truths. And then the Five of Cups again, disappointment. I'm gonna ask again, 5M. Is it possible that Krishan Malone knows the person that unalived Ronnie Doe? Is it possible? Yeah. What came out as the Three of Swords reverse, that's an energy of getting over something that once hurt you, but it's also an energy of apologizing or someone you got over some sort of issue you had with this person. Five of Pentacles is an energy of helplessness, some sort of hardship, desperate because of some burdens you had. Ten of Wands. She may have refused help from this person in the past. Then I see a King of Wands, a fire sign energy, typically a Sag. Ooh, child. King of Wands reverse, Knight of Swords reverse, Knight of Cups reverse. King of Wands reverse, it could be something about a fire sign, but this talks about manipulation, ruthlessness, because of lack of direction. Knight of Swords, that energy of a helplessness led up to this conflict that happened with him. And there's something about Krishan feeling like he was a burden. The burden was because he was being unrealistic. He had emotional issues. Five of Cups, the moon reverse, and then the Fool upright. This talks about being disappointed and something coming to an end and revealing truths. What was done in the dark comes into the light, but then it leads to you having some sort of freedom from constraints, a new beginning, freedom. And in the middle of the deck is Six of Pentacles, Five of Wands. You share, damn, Christian. Allegedly, this is the energy of somebody sharing resources, dealing with a conflict, tension, diversity. There's that Four of Swords energy, somebody taking a break, a recovery period, and the Chariot again. Something going in the right. Damn. That's what came out earlier. Four of Swords is like after a period of someone taking a break. The Chariot, something about traveling, transportation, or something going in the right direction, putting something into action. And that's followed up by the Seven of Swords, that energy of betrayal, deception, ulterior motive, scheme. 4, 7, 7, 5, 6, M, 5, K, 3, 5, 10, allegedly. I got one last question. What would be the karma for the people or the person connected to this? I actually have 2 more questions. What would be the karma? Oh, that was quick. I wasn't even done. But Spirit says the karma would be a lack of true happiness. Not getting what you wish for. What would be the karma for the person or the people connected towards his unaliving? What would be their karma? More burdens? What would be their karma? Oh. They're thinking they're going to get a new start, but there is a false sense of security. Maybe even bankruptcy, bad health. This is the energy around this. You're going to be disappointed and disillusioned about your new start. It's not gonna, your wishes are not gonna be fulfilled. I also get the energy of some sort of disadvantage. Almost like they're not gonna want to fight anymore, or being overly defensive or sensitive. The letter F. Let me ask again. What would be their karma? Conflict. More conflict. What would be the karma for the people or the persons behind his unaliving? Oh, Spirit is highlighting a sun. Every time I see the sun, I think of a baby. They may face some sort of backstabbing themselves that affects ultimately their happiness or son, and disappointment. And in the middle of the deck, the moon reverse is coming out again. Confusion, anxiety, self-deception, revealing truth. They may be even experience some issues with their mental stability. I see S, 10, 5, M. How many people were involved in his unaliving, Spirit? If you could answer me that, I mean, well, how many people were involved with his unaliving? 2. I see 2 of Pentacles. That is the energy of juggling. Then I see the 5 again. So 2, 5, 9, and then death. I wonder if somebody close to the ages of 25 to 29, then 13. But what first came out is 2 people. Like 2 of Pentacles is like 2. I see Capricorn, Virgo, and Scorpio energy. It's like the same cards came out. How many people were involved with unaliving him? First thing that came out is the Lovers. This talks about someone you had a deep connection with, choices, attraction, relationships, and some sort of confusion, wrong decision made, negativity. I see LA is being mentioned. I'm seeing the number 9. Trouble. I'm getting a bunch of different numbers, but I see specifically someone is gonna be troubled and hunted by this loss. They may even have nightmares. Like, I don't get they're gonna be able to sleep. The Lovers is Gemini energy, and I'm also seeing Gemini energy with the 9 of Swords. Spirit, why are you not giving me a number with how many people are connected to this? Why is that? Why highest up. I still feel like this could be a sacrifice in some form of fashion. Damn, confirmation. That's why it's a lot of people that could gain from his unaliving. I keep getting. So I have the Three of Swords, King of Cups, a water sign, and then the Wheel of Fortune reverse. Hmm. Destiny is unfolding. Oh, that's interesting. It's really saying destiny is unfolding. And I'm seeing this water sign, which it could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer, but masculine energy. Destiny is unfolding. Karmic retribution. 3F. This is a long read. How does Blueface feel about the news of Ronnie being unalive? How does he feel? Life lessons. Nine of Swords shows up too for him. Him being in his head. That's interesting. The Hierophant came out in the beginning. The Hierophant, like I said, is institutions. Someone having this same like-minded people, traditional values, following the rules, social structure. Life lessons. In his head, troubled. And then there's a Nine of Pentacles reversed because of financial setbacks, deception, loss of independence. Huh. The Emperor reverse, misuse of power. H99. Oh, HE, he. He what? I ain't gonna lie. This makes me saying he's in his head because lies around the DNA, the father. That's what it's giving. Well, clarify the he. Why is he coming out in this? Somebody like, oh my god, yikes. Not my business. I see January 20th, 120, and L. This is the energy of someone making a decision because they wanted a new chapter, a new emotional chapter, and the Lovers came out again. This has something to do with a relationship, choices, or love, or attraction, or deep connection. And then, hey man, this is a sacrifice, baby. It came out. Middle of the deck, it's that Six of Pentacles energy, sharing resources. What came out is like a decision was made, trumpet was blown, because the judgment is judgment call, awakening, epiphany, spiritual realization, a renewal or rebirth, a transition, an absolution, forgiveness. And this, I feel like this is connected towards some sort of relationship. I think I asked this already, but how does Krishan feel about How does Krishan Malone feel about Ronnie Doe's all of a sudden being unalive? How does she truly feel? Okay, the Four of Pentacles reverse came out, the Nine of Swords upright, and then Chariot reverse. She has scattered energy, self-doubt, but the Chariot reverse is also like something going in the wrong direction. Four of Pentacles reverse is like something being unstable, typically with some sort of finances, or her not giving to something, or being stingy, not wanting to give to it. It's also greed, excessive materialism. That with Nine of Swords, that's some sort of action, determination, overcoming obstacles, making a bold action. I see KC with that. And the Fool reverse is in the middle of that. Queen of Pentacles reverse. Page of Swords. Oh my god. Four of Pentacles upright again. And the Magician reverse. And then... So the Fool reverse talks about being too quick. You made a decision without thinking. This is also stupidity, thoughtless, and cowardice. and is linked towards greed or something being unstable, money or material loss. Queen of Pentacles reverse is someone selfish, could be disconnected from reality, insecure around finances, or just inauthentic. It could be like a gold digger or someone just super focused on money. And that's clarifying the Knight of Swords energy, which is someone taking action, determined to overcome some sort of obstacles, and they will make a bold action. The Chariot reverse is clarified by the Page of Swords, with that scattered energy and self doubt. Page of Swords reverse talks about an impulsive mistake, all talk, no action, though. Then there's the Four of Pentacles upright. So there's something about her having a fear of losing something, being overly controlling or possessive. The World, once again, talks about completion, achievement, fulfillment, and the Magician reverse is showing up again. This is breaking taboo, self-power, destructive force, trick, a lack of self-discipline, being enthusiastic about something, and something going out of control. This is linked towards the Five of Wands, dispute, chaos, not being united. King of Cups reverse because of a masculine energy, being emotionally imbalanced, immature. Two of Swords reverse, emotional turmoil, indecision. Seven of Pentacles reverse, a limited success or reward. Temperance reverse, someone being impatient, someone not wanting to work on something. Three of Cups reverse. Three of Cups reverse could be someone isolating or wanting to isolate. Like, I wasn't really dealing with him. Page of Wands reverse is her feeling unsure about new ventures. I'm done. P7 T 3 K 5 W 2 4 Q P K and C. That's a mess. This is a long reading. I'm sorry. It's really long. What will be next dealing with this situation? What will be next dealing with this situation? Oh my God. You know what? The Magician's coming out again, and the Queen of Pentacles reverse is coming out again. And I wasn't done shuffling. This is something going out of control for this feminine energy, a tricky energy. The Magician could be some sort of manifestation going out of control, some sort of spiritual is going out of control. And it's mainly because of the Queen of Pentacles reverse, someone being selfish, disconnected from reality, being insecure around finances, being inauthentic. But Spirit, let me shuffle. What will be next for this situation? More conflict. Five of Swords, Three of Cups reverse again, Nine of Swords. Someone, what if you say the same thing? That's a shame. Betrayal within a social group. Five of Swords is selfishness, cunning, betrayal, failure, something being misrepresented, defeat, humiliation, frustrated loss, unfair advantage, a pointless victory. And I've said with the Three of Cups reversal came out, betrayal within some sort of social group, rejection, relying too much on social media or social group, or celebrating something prematurely. Then I see with the Nine of Swords, chaos, blocked emotions, and someone playing a victim. Two of Pentacles reverse is like somebody's excessively juggling something connected towards that Five of Swords energy, and they're going to feel overwhelmed. And then there's the Sun reverse. Is the energy of someone losing, being vain, disoriented, not really tapping into their full potential, or losing enthusiasm. That kid's coming out, and being arrogant. And like I said, when I see the Sun, I think of a baby boy. I keep saying 25 or 5'2". And 9. Anything else? pertain to what will be next. Negligence and mistakes, missed the best time, disappointment, lacking cooperation, and then seeking cooperation. Huh? Somebody, somebody snitching. That's giving me like somebody. That giving me like somebody snitching. Because I'm getting lacking cooperation, then you're seeking some kind of cooperation. That's interesting. Manipulation. Manipulation and this energy of being ruthless. Now somebody's gonna have to face the reality, and this is because they were obsessed with status, being stubborn and greedy and controlling. Huh? The moon reverse again. Confusion, anxiety, self-deception, something revealing truth. Five of Cups, because somebody is in deep regret about what happened. Somebody might tell on themselves. And then the Nine of Wands reverse. This is the energy of adversity, depletion, discouraged, losing energy, losing inner fire, overreacting. So 5-2 KM 5-7 K 9-3 39. Ooh, this is about okay. So how did Whack 100 know immediately so soon that Ronnie Doe had been unalive? How did he know that? Spirit said, why did he know that? Oh, child. Something about traveling. What was Whack 100 at? Because this is traveling, letting go, change, contemplating, and a transition. And this is linked towards a wish come... Ooh, child. A wish come true. 89. What the hell was he... Okay, I'm ask again, Spirit. How did Whack 100 know so soon? How did he know so soon? He had higher knowledge of it already. Damn. These some sick people. He had higher knowledge of the plan. He knew what was going down. And once again, the Page of Cups reverse keeps coming out. The High Priestess, Seven of Swords, and the Page of Cups reverse is just what came out. What I'm getting, he already knew this was going to happen. High Priestess is water energy. Seven of Swords is Aquarius energy. And Page of Cups is water energy too. I'm getting this has probably been planned since maybe December. So between September to December of last year. He already knew of this plan, and this is because somebody was being unrealistic, irresponsible, impulsive, naive, irrational, causing issues with creativity or creative projects, emotional instability, and bad news. And like I said, pages are kids or someone doing something new. I don't want to assert my opinion in it, but and then I'm seeing the number 27. That's a mess. Should I ask about Jaden? How does y'all ask about everybody. How does Jaden feel about? How does Jaden feel about Ronnie Doe being unalive? How does she feel about Ronnie Doe being unalive? She knew about the conflict. Now that's interesting. She's the only one I've seen with the Three of Swords. I mean, it could be like third party energy, but the Three of Swords, it's almost like heartbroken. That's interesting. Ten of Swords reverse is like the worst is over though, recovery. 5 and 3. 5 of Wands is like clash of ambitions, chaos, disputes, envy from others, not being on the same, not being united. 7 of Swords reverse. I think she knows about, or will find out some revelations about some sort of manipulation that led up to that dispute energy. Oh, so that's why you're heartbroken. Three of Swords and the Six of Cups. This makes me. Huh. Okay, so Six of Cups are like memories of the past, influence of the past on the present. Say what? What's the Three of Swords and the Six of Cups for Jade and Alexis and how she feels? Seeking cooperation, dealing with this conflict that happened. Is ooh. Four of Wands, that is your dream life, stability and peace. She feels like this issue, well, it's not an issue. Him being unalive causes issues with, that's interesting, with her success, her familiar bliss, with her marriage and stability and peace, with her wanting to settle down. Six of Pentacles is sharing of resources. Nine of Wands versus like insecurity, hesitation, and not really confident, thoughtless action, immaturity, and dragging. 3, 4, 6. This girl energy is always so interesting to me. Say what? I keep getting something about seeking cooperation. Okay, so King of Pentacles reversed, Three of Pentacles upright, and the Ten of Cups. There's something about her energy that says, there's an energy obsessed with status, stubborn, greed, controlling, being materialistic, and but seeking some sort of cooperation when it comes to her getting her fairy tale ending. Temperance reverse, being impatient, mind and body out of balance, addictions, overindulgence with the Justice reverse, Libra energy, and Sag energy, bad karma, something being unfair and not balanced. It's almost like she feels like this situation happening could interfere with her happy ending. And then there's that energy of chaos, blocked emotions, her feeling like a victim. Nine of Pentacles. That is she's being cautious, wanting to be more responsible, dependable, kind and trustworthy, see financial stability, be hardworking, resourceful, and conservative. Justice reverses corruption, seeking cooperation against corruption. Huh. I feel like she's focused on developing and growing, but what does this have to do with Ronnie being unalive? I feel like she has blocked emotions towards it. Like she doesn't really care about that. Oh, child. Revealing truths about her wanting to develop and grow. Confusion, anxiety, self-deception, And there's something about another woman here. The star. Seven of Wands reverse. Her being honest with herself when it comes to this other feminine energy getting a lot of attention, being in the spotlight. Also some kind of renewal for this person. Hmm. Just some kind of doubt and hesitation she has towards another woman dealing with this situation. But it's like she doesn't want to give up, but it's like I don't want to fight anymore. And she's just being honest with herself when it comes to this other woman. Leave it to Jaden. Cause okay, so well, the Star and the Queen of Wands means like it could mean hope and faith in the future can be regained. It's just that you have encountered a difficult situation or a period of situation. I almost get like she just something about her being her true authentic self and sharing her gifts with the universe. Okay, Jaden. I'm 17M89710 K310. um Carlissa is just scatter energy with her towards his passing. I also see her facing reality. She's also depleted and discouraged. Overreacting in some fashion and losing the inner fire. I keep getting an energy between Jaden and her being conservative. There's some sort of adversity in her wanting to reassess some things because she feels like something's about to collapse, put her priorities in order. She also feels like this is a test of faith, and the moon reverse is coming out for her too. Something coming out. This could be the lack of judgment and self control or her being irrational. But every time I see the moon reverse, it's like something coming out. And this is connected towards the tower reverse, which is like the aftermath of an abrupt change. She got some kind of higher knowledge she's not speaking on. I feel like she's thinking carefully about her next move. Ooh, child. There's the Justice card and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Justice is something being fair and balanced, also truth and law, and this is connected with the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Someone selfish, disconnected from reality, insecure, and inauthentic. I get JQH4. Shout out to people 7 and C 9. Another man was mentioned. A fire sign could be a Sag specifically. I'm gone. I'm gone.